my name is Peter Plunkett. A lot of people call me Pete. I'm from Austin, Minnesota. I've been flying model airplanes since I was about 12 or something like that, flying competitions since I was 13. And we're down here today, here at this part of the AMA flying field, flying combat, control line combat. Purpose of the combat event is to cut a crepe paper streamer that's hooked to the back of the airplane. So each plane has a crepe paper streamer that's about 7 or 8 feet long, and the purpose is to make little cuts, because every cut you get is 100 points. Every second you're in the air is a point, and for some events, every second you're on the ground is a minus point. And then there are also other combat events that give you what's called a kill. And that means you cut off the entire streamer up to the string leader. That ends the match immediately. So today we're flying what's called F2D fast combat, which means we're flying F2D combat airplanes, which are 15 size motor planes. And we're using a different set of rules than normally are used for these types of planes. And the rules are, it's a 5-minute match, only one airplane per match, and there is a kill. So if you get the whole streamer cut all the way down to the string, you're done. You won. And so that's in a nutshell what control line combat is all about. Two people in the same circle, flying after each other for either 4 minutes or 5 minutes, depending on the event. And the purpose is to get cuts on the streamer and try to win that match by doing that. This aircraft is an aircraft that is made over in the Ukraine. It's made by Roman Yuvenko, and we buy these because they're a lot easier to buy them for like 75 or 80 bucks a plane versus trying to sit here and build one for 30 hours. I mean, these are very detailed airplanes. They've got carbon fiber center section, carbon fiber elevator, carbon fiber leading or trailing edge. There's wire wraps wrapping all over the place. There's a foam leading edge. Just very, very well done. Way better than I could build. So the center section, as you can see, is about a 1/4 inch, and it's I've not dissected one of these, but I'm guessing that it's balsa wood covered with carbon fiber mat, and then and so that makes the center section really, really strong. In fact, I've had a couple of these planes already go straight in and been able to pull them out of the dirt, change the prop, and put them back up in the air again. So not much damage happens the first or second time around you hit the dirt. And then the elevator is also probably balsa wood on the inside, and then it's got a carbon fiber mat, and it's got a real nice aluminum control horn, and real well done on the back end here too. This is where all the strength needs to be, because you've got, the elevators taking a lot of the stress of the wind hitting it when when you're deflecting the air. Now it's got also aluminum motor mounts, metal motor mounts, whatever you want to call them, and these are interchangeable with all of these airplanes. They're all kind of really easily to interchange everything. There's a streamer hook here that you can hook there's like a little separate ring that you put on here with your streamer, so you can just easily detach it. Because a lot of times if you crash your plane in F2D combat, you can go to your second plane, but you have to transfer the remains of the streamer, which means you have to unhook your hook and then bring it over to the other airplane and then hook it back on. Just slip it right back on and away you go. This is the shut off, and it when you pull it like this, it lets fuel through, and then when you're up in the air, the lines are tight, and then this will swing out here like this, and then if you lose line tension, you can see the little bar there pull down on the gas line, and that's how it cuts it off. That's how that shut off works. Very detailed work in there by the person that constructed this, Roman Yuvenko. And then there's the muffler here, which is attached to another piece of hardwired here. It makes so much more sense for people to buy these and fly them, because we end up having mid-air collisions, and then the plane is usually ruined. So in the F2D combat event, we have 2 planes per match, so you can lose up to 2 planes per match. So that's a lot. So typically we bring about 10 planes to a contest or more. So the motor on this is called a Fora. It's a Fora engine. It's a 15. It runs about 5% nitro fuel, and it's got a little prop on it that's probably not much bigger than 6.5 inches. I'm not sure even what the pitch is. We just buy the props too, and put them on and run them, and they just run like a top generally. And so the event is really a lot of fun. They're running pressurized fuel system. It's a bladder. We call it a bladder. Really, all it is like surgical tubing. It's plugged off on one end, and then it runs into a little feed line that goes into the engine. We also have a shutoff device that will. It's a line tension shutoff. Some of them are swing weight shutoffs, but a line tension shutoff will shut the engine off in the event that there's a flyaway. So if somebody cuts the lines and the plane flies away, or you drop the handle and the plane flies away, the plane will shut down and it won't just hit somebody. So that's kind of in a nutshell what this plane is all about. How you get into the sport is there is a website. It's by the Miniature Aircraft Combat Association, better known as MACA, M-A-C-A. And there's also a Facebook presence. And between those two sites, you can probably contact somebody or send a message to somebody. Of course, you can always contact the Academy of Model Aeronautics, and they probably will know, who the contact person is for the combat group. We have what's called a special interest group, or a SIG, which is MACA, Miniature Aircraft Combat Association. And so feel free to just call any one of those sources or send an email, whatever you want to do. You can look me up online and find me somewhere too, probably. And I'm president of our club up in Austin, Minnesota, and I'd be happy to help anybody get involved. I mean, there's a whole lot of other sources, like for the planes and the motors and the gas tanks and the fuel lines and the fuel and the glow plugs and fuel and on and on and on. But that's a whole other laundry list that I'd have to probably give you just by talking to you. So that's kind of in a nutshell how to get involved. Or just go to a contest, look up in the back of the AMA magazine, or look online on the AMA website and find a contest to go to, and then talk to people.